All right, so we're back for round 5 of the Vintage Playoff. We're playing against Adam Yurchik, who's a very powerful wizard. We're 1-3 at this point. So we're 1-3 at this point, so we're not going to top 8. But Adam and I have both already top 8 one of these, so we are qualified for the end of the year. So we're just kind of playing for prizes, for practice, for fun at this point. This is a good hand. It casts next opponents on turn 1. The question is, do I want to do that or just want to play Library of Alexandria? And this is where the library question is really big. I know Adam, and he almost always plays Xerox. And against Xerox, I think I would much rather have Library online, because I can still just cast the Necro next turn, I believe. So, I'm going to make that play. And this is the difference between practicing or playing in a league and playing in a tournament, where in a tournament you're more likely to know what your opponent's on. So in a league I try to play as if it's blind, but because I do have that information of what my opponent's on, I'm gonna use it. Let's draw a card. Let's Dark Ritual here. I think that we're supposed to now go for the win. And if this gets countered, well, then we'll just library next turn and try again. And we put him in this. We put Adam in this awkward spot of if. Oh, this could be a Lavinia, which would be bad. But we do have a Jade Vapor. Dread Horrocus. Okay, that one's less scary. So I think we have a win here. So we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 mana. So let's. Do we have a win without this? So this would be 1, 2, 3 down to 2 up to 4. Up to 5. Yeah, so even if we draw a card first, we still have a win. All right, now we even have a Duress backup. So we'll play around Daze here and Duress our opponent. They have Ancestral Recall, which we're going to take, and then we're going to try and win the game. So the line here is we're going to go up to 3 mana with Dark Ritual, up to 5 mana with Mana Vault. Demonic Tutor for Lotus would work. So there's a few different ways we could do this. We could even Dark Petition first for Lotus. Cast that, and then cast this. We'll go get Yawgmoth's Woe with this. Crack this for black. And it's pretty straightforward how we went from here. Our opponent sees it as well, but we're just going to go ahead and Demonic Tutor for Tendrils of Agony. So we get game 1. Gets harder for us post board. We had a really strong hand there. So bring in the usual suspects. Cutting the same cards we've been cutting against this deck. So I'm wondering if I need like additional copies of payoffs. Like maybe I need some... I'm not sure exactly what we need. Adam is definitely one of the best Magic players I know. I don't like talking to him about Magic. We end up playing a lot because we're both kind of like in this spot of playing a lot of the Eternal formats on Moto. He plays a little bit more than me and wins a little bit more, but I'm going to keep this hand. It doesn't have a payoff yet, but it has a lot of disruption, which I find can be equally important in this matchup. Okay, so Leyline of the Void makes me think I probably need Chain of Vapor over the Lotus Petal in order to remove this, because this is really strong against us. A Young Pyromancer. Interesting. What we want to do here. So I think that we're supposed to just go ahead and get a Swamp here and Duress our opponent. Take the Ponder. Okay. And then next turn I can use my Collective Brutality to destroy the Young Pyromancer. They play a Tundra, which is fine. I'll save the fetch land in case I drop Brainstorm or Ponder. So I'm going to Collective Brutality this. And then they're down to Mountain, blank in hand, so we're both in top deck mode at this point. But I do have Duress to take a counterspell if I do draw a payoff spell. Alright. I'm actually going to play the Duress now because I think it's important enough that this Preordain resolves. And then I'm going to cast Preordain. We'll bottom these cards. Necropotence. Perfect. I guess we should use our Lotus for this. So I would say we're pretty likely to win this game at this point. I'm going to pay 9 life here. I don't have an exact science for this. I oftentimes just go up to 10. I'm not sure what the best way to play with neck opponents is, but I have found that it's like if I have a lot of cards that are good, I do like 2 plus every card that I'll explain in a second after I resolve this. We can get rid of Library Alexandria, Polita Delta, one of our Dark Petitions. What I was trying to say was, if I have cards I want in my hand, I drop to 7 cards, plus 2 for every card I want to discard. So if I have 1 bad card, I'll go up to 9. And if I'm just doing it basically off no cards, I'll just go up to 9 cards. What is this? Dig. Well, I'm going to Pyroblast Dig. Yeah, I just go up to 10 cards, though. Kind of thinking while talking right now and having a hard struggling a little bit with my exact verbiage. Cool. So here, I think that we have a straightforward win where we can Chain of Vapor the Leyline of the Void. Maybe we can actually do it like this. So it's kind of just a trick to increase storm. I don't know that we actually needed to do this, but... Replay these cards. So I had really strong hands both games, basically. So now we will have Spell Mastery for our Dark Petition, is the relevant part here. So we have 5, 6, 7, 8. So Dark Petition... We're just joking about how we're just playing for top 32 because we're both 1 and 3. So here I was able to Dark Petition for... Did I exactly have open? So 3, 4, 5, 6. So I could have done 8, 9. So I could have done 18 damage, which is not 20. So likely what I would have just done is made 18 Goblin tokens. And I think that was pretty likely to get there, especially with neck opponents in play. Because I think Yawgmoth's Will would have not gotten there because of the Spell Mastery problem. So... but maybe Adam just doesn't have a way to beat 18 goblins anyways. Cool. So we're 2 and 3 now. 3 and 3 could possibly top 32, although it's unlikely. But again, I'm just going to play it out for the practice because got a tournament weekend coming up. It's good to get some practice playing against some good Magic players. So be back for the last round.